interesting. I think I'll put it right over here. Who knows, you know? Who knows? So, I know that there are people maybe that have never been here before. Are you out there? If you'll raise your hand, anybody here for the first time? Thank you for being here. Bless you. We'll get you a packet of information. We're so glad you came, and you're sitting beside two of my favorite people. Yes, yeah. So, also, you know what I think would be a really good thing right now? Is I want us just to look at our neighbor for just a second and thank them for coming here this morning. Everyone is welcome here. No matter what's going on, this is a place where even if there's ruckus going on, we can find peace here because we're supported in that. And I'm so grateful for Unity saved my life, you all. The 12 steps and the principles of Unity saved my life, and they save them continually every day. So I'm very grateful. And I want to know, have you noticed that we're in the midst of a great laboring movement here? Do you feel it in your own life? We're giving birth to something, you all. Something incredible, something wonderful, a new possibility, a new creation. In fact, in Revelation 21:5, I want to read you this, because they were knowing stuff like that back then. When I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth had passed away, and the sea was no more. And I saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down out of heaven from God, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And I heard a loud voice from the throne saying, "Behold, the dwelling of God is with men. God will dwell with them, and they will be God's people. He will wipe away every tear from their eyes, and death shall be no more. Neither shall there be mourning or crying or pain any more, for the former things have passed away." And he who sat upon the throne said, "Behold, I make all things new." Behold, I make all things new. Every single breath is new. We are a new creation every single moment. And in our worldwide unity movement and here at Unity of Citrus, we are making all things new. Every day there is a transformation taking place. People's lives are changing. Hearts and minds are opening with all these new possibilities that we're birthing. And in the process of giving birth, we often go through some pain, don't we? Have you ever noticed that? I know women know that have given birth, you know. It can get a little uncomfortable in the place of birthing something new, because letting go of the old is a challenge. It takes a lot of surrender and letting go. And as we get ready for the new, some of the old just naturally will fall away. It's natural. We've been seeing that here at Unity of Citrus, and I'm telling you, the whole Unity movement is going through this with us. We're all going through change, but not always comfortable, you know? We're giving birth to what? What are we giving birth to? What are we laboring for on this Labor Day of 2024? With our intentions, we're creating something even more powerful and positive and prosperous. Not only here, but in all of creation. Can I hear an amen? Amen. Amen. Yay. So a couple weeks ago, you all had the opportunity, and maybe you did too, to tune in to Lynn McTaggart's intention experiment. And her experiment, the latest one, is Healing America. An experiment that people from all different faiths and all different colors and everything, they came together to do this incredible intention together. And we know what can happen when we get a group of people together and create an intention. It was Margaret Mead that said, never underestimate what a small group of people can do. It's the only thing that has ever changed. So, the focus of this intention experiment for America, for Healing America, is about peace and unity in the 2024 election. I usually don't get into the politics of the nation as a minister, but I'm not really getting into the politics. I'm really getting into the personality. The whole intention was about having a dignified election. And the intention lasted for 10 minutes. There were thousands of people on this call. And the intention was, just listen to these words, our intention is for the American presidential and other elections to proceed peacefully and with dignity, so that candidates can focus on the issues and not resort to name-calling and other tactics that incite violence and division, and for peace, unity, and harmony to prevail among our population. If you just got the essence of that, no matter what your politics are, we can hold that intention. And as we birth new possibilities here, everyone is needed to midwife this new creation. What will the baby look like? What will the baby look like? This new creation. What will it feel like? How will we take care of it, this new creation? Because it's up to you and me. It's up to us. It takes a village. So at the other end of the Bible, in Genesis, we went to Revelation, now we're back to Genesis. In Genesis it said, God saw everything that it had made, and behold, it was very good. And it rested on the seventh day from all its work and labor which it had made. Talking about a birth story. That's what Labor Day is about. Seeing that everything that we have made, created, labored over is very good. Seeing that our labor has value. What an incredible intention to hold. And then resting, just resting, taking a break, a holiday from our labor, just taking a break, It's the last fling of summer before the schedules and the deadlines and the busyness of the work, We need balance, we need balance. It is an opportunity to see the value and the spirituality of our lives and our work and our rest, the need for balance, the need for harmony. How many of you are familiar with the Tao Te Ching? The Tao Te Ching is all about the way of harmony. Harmony. You know, the Labor Day, it has its origins back in the worker movement of the 19th century. I think there's a couple more. There. Its roots can be traced back to a time and a place when there was just very little balance. I don't think, none of us were alive then, obviously, unless you really do unity really good, you know. But, it was back in the 19th century, you all. 19th century America. The Industrial Revolution was in full bloom, and people, even children, found themselves toiling and sweating 14, 16, 18 hours a day in dingy and sometimes really dangerous conditions in factories and workhouses and underground mines. And there's another one, John. In the spring of 1872, Peter McGuire, who had started working when he was 11 years old to support his mom and his 4 sisters while his dad was off in the Civil War. Peter joined 100,000 fellow workers to march the streets of New York City in demand of better working conditions. McGuire devoted himself to organizing the first trade unions. He and some of his fellow workers promoted the idea of a holiday to honor the working class people of the United States. And it would fall, that celebration, that holiday would fall somewhere between Independence Day and Thanksgiving, which they decided the first week in September. That's how it got here, you know. So that first week in September, of course, today is Labor Day, or tomorrow is. No, today is. Tomorrow, but it's the 1st of September, that's it. So the Labor Day parade was held September 5th, 1882. Workers paraded up and down the streets of New York City with banners that read, 8 hours of work, 8 hours of rest, 8 hours of recreation. What a transformation and what balance they were affirming for their lives. Balance. Work, rest, play. Work, rest, play. We all need all 3 for a balanced life. So Labor Day is about honoring and celebrating the balance in our work, rest, play. Balance is vital. This is not like rocket science, you all. But it's true, and we need to be reminded that balance, without it, we burn out, don't we? Even when we're retired. Go figure. It's very interesting. Stressed out, you know, we can get all kinds of ways. But you know what they say, that all work and no play makes Jack and Jill party poopers. So work, rest, play. Let's look at work first. You know, I started work when I was like 15. I worked in a department store in downtown Louisville, Kentucky, and I modeled clothes for the teens. That was my job. What a cushy job, you know. And then I had 30 years with Delta Airlines, and I've had 30 years with Unity as a minister. I was licensed in 1994, and I was ordained in 1999. So, are you rightfully employed? Are you doing the work that you love doing, that satisfies your soul? When we are rightfully employed, you all, when we're rightfully employed, we're doing the work that is right for us. You know, that's what the Buddhists call right livelihood. It's really not like work at all when we're doing what we love. You know what, when you're doing something you love, you just get lost in it. You know, you have an inner desire to use your skills and your talents, God-given gifts, and that's right livelihood. Each of us has been given a gift, every single one of us. And you have an ability and you have a gift that nobody else can give. You have the gift the world needs. To one, right livelihood might be working outdoors, farming, gardening. To another, it might be manual labor, construction, building houses. To another, it may be creating music and writing and doing art and painting and cooking and teaching. No matter what employment or career you desire, the right job for you is revealed through faith and trust in the creative process within us. If you don't know what your right livelihood is, there are 3 steps you can take. I think there's another slide here. And let's say this together, y'all. Ask and it will be given to you. Search and you will find. Knock and a door will be opened for you. For everyone who asks, receive. And everyone who searches, finds. And for everyone who knocks, the door will be open. And there's another. So the first step and the last step is believing. But asking, searching, and knocking. Those are the 3 steps to our right livelihood and our purpose. When we ask in prayer, affirmative prayer, the way we teach it in unity, it's already done. We're praying from a higher consciousness. Our thoughts are prayers. We're going to lift our thoughts and prayers to the truth of what we want to create in our lives, and believing that we will receive the answer. You know, this is so 101 unity, you know? And when we listen to that still small voice within and trust the guidance that we're receiving, we are blessed with divine direction and answered prayer. And there is a special place of service for each of us on this planet right now. We're blessed. We are a blessing, and we're a blessing to others. In fact, will you turn to somebody right now and just say, you're a blessing. Thank you for being here. Yeah. We need to say that to ourselves, and we need to say that to each other, you know. But even right livelihood, you all, when not balanced with rest and play, make Jane and Jake unhappy campers. So let's look at rest now. On the 7th day, God rested from its work. It's an important and vital part of the creation process is to rest. An important, vital part of our health and our well-being is rest. It's so simple. Again, not rocket science. You know, they have been saying for years that 7 to 8 hours a day or night, you know, helps us prevent diseases like heart disease and cancer and Alzheimer's and chronic fatigue. And God saw everything that God made, and behold, it was very good. In the creation story in Genesis, God acts, God creates, births, and then steps back and rests. God created the light and the darkness. God created this wonderful rhythm and steps back and sees that it's very good. When God made the sun and the moon, separates the sea and the dry land, more rhythm, more balance, and said it was really good, you know? God created male and female in God's image. more divine rhythm, balance, and saw that God had made everything very good. And rest, the seventh day. The Sabbath, I love that word Sabbath, invites us to step back and rest, to take a load off, to have a Calgon moment. How many remember that on TV, a Calgon moment? Even saying it, I kind of get in that place of, a Sabbath breath, a real Sabbath breath, takes us into the present moment, takes us into the presence. Think of that. Not rocket science, not quantum physics. And now, you all, my favorite, a very necessary component of a balanced life is recreation, isn't it? You know, what can I say about play? Well, how much time do we have? You know? But the power of play in our lives, first of all, it's fun. It's just fun. And there's a lot of joy in it. And it's really juicy, you know? It energizes us. And it enlivens us. It takes our minds off stuff. It opens us up to new possibilities. It supports us in being optimistic with the beginner's mind. Play lies at the core of creativity in an innovation and balance. A flexible soul. Do you know that we were created to play? Why would we forget that? You know, we were created to play and created through play. If you think of Shakti and Shiva, if you even think of the sperm and the ova playing together, that's how we were created. No blasphemy there. So holy, so precious. When we play, we are engaged in the purest expression of our humanity and the truest expression of our individuality. And a little child will lead us. That little child is still there. Is it any wonder that often the times we feel most alive, those times we make up the best memories of our lives and moments of our lives, we're playing. You know, I remember my mom, Dorothy, and my dad, Fred, and my sister, Scotty. And the laughter that we shared together was incredible. We were just silly together. Y'all, we were just silly. My dad would make up languages like Russian and Chinese together. You know, it was just silly. Making silly faces. I love that, you all. You know, the family that plays together stays together. So play is one of the most valuable spiritual tools that we have. Laughter and play. Don't take life too serious. It's just really too damn mysterious, you know, really. So how do we play? How do we play? And when do we play? You know, when was the last time you did something silly? I mean, really, raise your hand. Come on. Well, this group really needs this. I'm telling you right now. When was the last time you laughed so hard you cried? Or you cried so hard you laughed, you know? So I want us to, would you want to play with me right now? Ooh. So if you want to play, you don't have to, but if you want to stand up, it makes it better. Okay, everybody stand up. And so make a silly face. All right. Now turn to somebody and make that silly face to them. So now make a silly noise. And now walk a silly way. All right. You can sit down. Give yourself a big hand. So you can get ready. You can get ready. You can get ready. Not quite yet, but you can get ready. Okay, so when was the last time you sang a song? We just did. Most of us just did. When was the last time you danced? Last night, maybe. When was the last time you were enchanted by story? And when was the last time you listened to the sweet sound of silence? You know, the indigenous people of the world, when a member of the tribe has gotten depressed, they take them to the local witch doctor or the shaman, and the doctor asks them these questions. When did you stop singing? When did you stop dancing? When did you stop being enchanted by stories? When did you stop listening to the sweet sound of silence? And when did you stop playing? Because it is believed that whenever a person has stopped doing any of these, you all, they begin to experience soul loss. So Labor Day is about retrieving the soul. Retrieving the soul. It's about helping us honor the great balancing act of our lives by taking a stand for balance. Taking a stand for balance. 8 hours of work, 8 hours of rest, and 8 hours of play. Soul recreation. The great balancing act of life. So this Labor Day, we want to just say Happy Labor Day, but better said, Un-Labor Day. Happy Un-Labor Day. And we're going to play right now. We're going to play right now. You got to open that up and throw them out. No, nobody's going to get hurt in this, I promise. Okay? Yay, yay, yay. We got to just throw them out. Just throw them out. Just throw them out. Yay. Now, it's up to you to keep those balls up, those balloons up. Yay, 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 yay. Whee. All right. All right, you guys. Woo! Let's get into it. All right. Give yourself a big hand. Work, rest, play. Amen. We need